all of the candidates have been asked what they plan on doing about this huge problem we have with student loan debt. Amy Klobuchar certainly is not progressive on this issue, and her answer here will prove it. Take a look.
There are many candidates that support free college and student loan forgiveness. You have stated that you are not for either of those. As a current college student about to graduate with a lot of debt, why should I vote for you?
Okay, because I actually want to get something done when it comes to student loans. I had my own student loans. When I met my husband, he had tens of thousands of student loans. Good news for you guys, I married him anyway. And I have seen the impact of student loans. So here's my idea. Let me put it out there right here. First of all, you have got $1.5 trillion in student debt right now in this country. You also got a lot of home mortgage debt. You have a lot of credit card debt. There's just a lot of debt. Our government also has a lot of debt. So the first thing I would do is allow students, and no matter how old they are, former students to refinance their student loans at that rate that's a little above 3%. We could even go lower to find some even better rate than that. But that's what I think we need to do to bring the interest rate payments down for those Americans that still have the student loans. The second thing I would do is expand Pell Grants and make it easier for people to use Pell Grants. Those aren't loans, those are grants, depending on your income level, to make that easier, as well as the amount of money that you get. The third thing I do is bring back the President Obama's plan for free community college. Those are 2-year degrees, and that gets a lot of students a good start. My own sister didn't graduate from high school. She had a hard time then, and she went and worked in manufacturing, and then she later went and got her GED, and then after that, she went to community college and she got her degree there. It took years, and after that, she finished her 4-year degree and is now gainfully employed. There are a lot of paths to success in America, but we can all agree that we want to make college more affordable. And I think this is the way we do it. We look at also, there's loan forgiveness. If you go, I hope you follow a lot of people that go in this path of
like Senator Warren.
Public service, right? People that go into those careers, that's loan forgiveness. I strongly support that. I think we can do also expand that into in-demand jobs.
Yeah, here's what no one's interested in: refinancing.
Right.
Okay, so, and in fact, that whole answer and all of her existence makes you wonder, why is she on the stage? There's 5 people, 4 of them are polling really well. One is clearly the outlier, Klobuchar. At her best, she's at 1.5%. So why is she even there when all of her ideas are not popular and they're proven not to be popular? Because the establishment thinks that's our ideal candidate. Someone who is going to pretend to be progressive and then not do anything. And then take the same loans that all of our friends are making money from and refinance them. Wink, right? And so, and that's the establishment candidate, and it does not work.
And I just want to also note that her answer showed a complete, she's disingenuous about even caring about the issue, because all she did was put forth a laundry list of centrist, proposals. None of them had any specificity. It was kind of like, oh yeah, I gotta answer this question about student loan debt. I guess some people are struggling with it. So I don't know, refinance interest rates. Whereas you have candidates like Elizabeth Warren on this issue who are very, very specific. Elizabeth Warren just released her proposal for combating student loan debt, and her proposal is actually a million times better. It's actually the most progressive that I've seen of the candidates, including Bernie Sanders. So for instance, she wants to cancel student loan debt up to $50,000 for individuals who are making an annual income of $100,000 or less. Now that's just the beginning. It's a very comprehensive proposal that we've talked about on the show today. But Amy Klobuchar was asked about it. What do you think about her proposal? And I just want you guys to see what her answer is. So let's take a look.
Senator Warren says, we'll forgive the debt. If you make under 100 grand, we'll forgive up to $50,000, or your parents make under 100. What do you think of loan forgiveness and plans that are more generous on the outside than your own?
Well, I would target the loan forgiveness at those that, for instance, I brought up people that went into public service, in-demand locations and in-demand jobs that we have in our economy. And I wish I could staple a free college diploma under every one of your chairs. I do. Don't look. It's not there. I wish I could do that, but I have to be straight with you and tell you the truth. And that is that your generation is an incredible generation. And you get a lot of grief, right? They say that kids your age live in their parents' basement more than any other generation. Is that your choice? No. It's because we have saddled you with a bunch of debt, with jobs that often don't have benefits with them, all right? They say crazy things about your generation. Some of my favorite ones are that you have contributed to getting rid of paper napkins. Okay, that's smart, because you chose to use paper towels, all right? Or they have said that your generation is getting rid of diamond rings. Well, that's because you have too much student debt, all right? So you go through all these things, and what I see in your generation is the least racist generation we've ever had in this country. It is the most diverse generation that we've ever had in this country. It is a generation that cares most about the world around them than we ever have had in this country. So you deserve more than to be settled with more and more debt, all right? So everything that I have proposed to you, I have found ways to pay for it that I think makes sense, that we can actually get done.
Man, I can see why she lit Minnesota on fire. What an electric candidate. I mean, I did not know that point about paper towels.
She does not, by the way, pandering to millennials by, talking about, oh, it's so unfair that people say these negative things about you. No, but the question is about student loan debt. And again, she proves that she's never really thought about it. She hasn't. I mean, her answer was so bad.
And it was not, she was talking to them, but what I heard was, this is your problem, you fix it. I first of all, Amy, if you need a writer, you want to help with them jokes, girl? I'll write you some good jokes, because what you've been shooting out here is embarrassing. But it's like she keeps missing the mark. But and it's pandering, right?
Yes.
And as a comedian, I know what it is because I see it every night. But what I just feel like her answers, they have such an elitist tone to me. It doesn't sound, and I don't want to say like a Democrat, because a lot of Democrats sound like that too. So don't get caught up with that. They're Democrats, they're on our side. It's just this whole tone. When you talk about student loans and you tell us that the solution is to lower the already ridiculous interest rate down to a still ridiculous rate, right? For those of us who are still like fighting. But the whole public service, first of all, the joke about her husband, which I don't understand what you mean as a woman, a feminist, an independent woman. He had bad student loans. I married him anyway, ladies. What is that? The other thing is she threw her sister under the bus to justify and to explain, to tell people, hey, you lowly people that can't afford it, the route is different for you. You gotta go get that GED, and you don't belong over here with us. That's what I hear when I hear stuff like that.
Ida, that's also what the establishment hears. But unlike you, they like it. So they, that whole reach under your desk, ha, there's nothing there, ha, right? Like, what the rest of us are like, what, that's not fun, right? But the Morning Joe hears that and they're like, that's a good candidate. There's gonna be nothing for you, middle class. We already gave it away to the rich, okay? We already did $2 trillion of tax cuts. So you're gonna get nothing under your desk and you're gonna like it. Yeah. Well, Klobuchar is exciting, right? She electrifies the people in Washington. The rest of us go, why is she on that stage? What is your proposal? What's your proposal on anything?
And don't tell us you guys have debt, so does the country. When we have to hear that a president wants to send the military to space. You know what I mean? Don't talk to that is so offensive to the everyday average person that has to go to work every day. Well, America's got bills. So I'm gonna need you to keep those student loans because America's got bills.
America's got bills, but we gave away 1.9 trillion to corporations and the rich, just like a minute ago.
Yeah.
But we got bills. Yeah, I know. It's the bills you created.
Yeah.
All right, look, last thing on this is Buttigieg today was asked, why don't you have any policies on your website? And he said, we're running a non-traditional campaign.
Yeah, not buying it.
No, actually that is a traditional campaign where you say nothing, and then if you say it in a pleasant way, the media loves you, right? That's the most traditional campaign of our lifetimes. No, now the reason why Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren have attracted a lot of progressive attention is because they're the ones running a non-traditional campaign where they tell you exactly what they're going to do. And so this whole wishy-washy Klobuchar stuff is not interesting to anyone outside of the pundits on cable news and the politicians in Washington.
And the SNL audience.
Yeah, and I'm done with her.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.